Wow, I did not see that coming. What's going on, YouTube? Welcome to We Sibs, West Coast, East Coast Siblings. Today we're talking episode 5 of Cursed on Netflix, starring Catherine Langford, and man, this was a big one. Of course, if you've seen episode 5, then you already know what the big takeaway is, but we're still going to do everything in order. We're going to talk about the 3 biggest takeaways from the episode, starting off with takeaway number 1, which is the introduction of this new character, Gawain, the Green Knight. He ends up saving Squirrel, who we haven't seen in a couple of episodes. Arthur and Nim's romance was just starting to spark, really, and the Green Knight comes in, aka Gawain, and throws things off a little bit. He's an old family friend, possibly something more with Nimue, and so Nimue pushes back on this, knowing that her mother wants Merlin to have the sword for a reason, yet she's still unable to convince Gawain that this is the right course of action. And so now, of course, as he is a new character, we gotta question his motives. We gotta question, what are his intentions, both with Nimue and the Sword of Power. He didn't seem to be holding on to it too much. He actually showed him and gave him the sword, and he didn't seem to care too much. He did seem to care more about Nim, but that may have been a farce, so only time will tell what his true intentions are. So getting into big takeaway number 2, guys, we have the arrival of Iris into the Fae refugee camp. Now, she is a human, and that was pointed out. Some of the Fae people kind of smelled her out, and they're like, you're human, which automatically would bring up some suspicion. Remember, the humans are not necessarily being hunted unless they're hiding or aiding Fae kind, and so the Red Paladins are only after humans, regular humans, as much as they are helping Fae people. As far as we know, the only humans in the camp are Arthur, Iris herself, and possibly Gawain now that he's arrived. We're not too sure about his background, but it seems that he's just a regular human. So yeah, right away it's revealed to Iris who the Wolf Blood Witch is. Try saying that 10 times fast. They point her right out, and so now Iris has the element of surprise, as Nim is completely unaware that Iris is even there, and she's unaware of her intentions. We know that Nim doesn't really trust Iris, as they didn't really get off on the right foot when they first met, but as far as Iris now being a Red Paladin, bloodthirsty, Red Paladin trying to kill Nim, she has no idea. So hopefully the element of surprise will not be enough for Iris to do some real damage. Okay, enough with that, guys. Let's get into big takeaway number 3, the big takeaway from the episode and a major reveal for the entire season. We have the mental meeting of Nim and Merlin, and the huge reveal that Nim is the daughter of Merlin the Magician. So guys, obviously the implications for this are huge. The story could go in almost infinite directions from here, but let's start real small and then expand out into what abstractions we can come up with. Nimue's mother had an affair. That's why Nim's father left and said, ask your mother how this magic, this evil got into your blood. So that's certainly what Nim's stepdad really was alluding to. But correct me if I'm wrong, Nim's mother is also Fae and therefore has magical powers. It must literally be that encounter that she had with one of the dark gods, and the scar that she received on her back that let people know that she is something more, that she has some sort of deeper magic and more power in her. You also have to question if Nim could be possibly immortal, or nearly immortal, as Merlin has lived for long amounts of time and has not died yet, which, by the way, quick inconsistency, Merlin seemed very unwilling to die when he was about to get his head cut off. But in another conversation, he said that he welcomed death. He was tired of being alive so long. So, little conflict there. But anyway, the widow told Merlin that going down this path would lead to his own agony and suffering beyond anything he had experienced before. But it seems like the discovery of his daughter is a good thing. So I guess so far so good. But overall, I do believe that prophecy is going to come true. Somehow Merlin's going to end up suffering in a really big way. So yeah, guys. So as far as predictions going into episode 6, Merlin, it's kind of, the ball is in his court. He has to react to this knowledge that Nim is his daughter. He could either say, no, I don't want anything to do with you, keep yourself and the sword away from me, and he could try to run, or it could be a situation where Nim and Merlin are struggling, fighting to get to each other and reunite unite, and the world is trying to keep them apart. So the Red Paladins and Gawain even getting in their way. And so that's really going to decide, I think, how the season's going to shape out. Even Iris, I think, will ultimately just be someone who is standing in the way of the union, of the reuniting of Nimue with her father, Merlin. So definitely it's going to be interesting to see how things play out. Let me know your predictions down in the comments below. I'd love to chat it up with you guys as always. Be sure to like the video, guys. Subscribe, click the bell, share the video with your friends. Thank you guys for all the support. Also, if you're feeling awesome, check out our sister channel, the La Quente Ledger. We have more awesome content there and also on the way to that channel as well. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace!